start at the top. My coolant reservoir is securely mounted. It is not broken or leaking. The cap is tight. It is filled to the proper level. The hoses are secured, not worn or leaking. My power steering reservoir is securely mounted. No broken or missing parts. The cap is secured. It's filled to the proper level at this point of the cycle is. The hoses are secured, not worn or leaking. My power steering box is securely mounted. There are no missing bolts or pieces. It's not leaking. My power steering hoses are secured, not worn or leaking. My steering gear, you don't have to go into my steering arm and up. My steering gear is securely mounted, not bent, broken, or damaged. There are no missing bolts or cotter keys. The joints are not worn or leaking. Then you go down here to your suspension. My suspension is not cracked, broken, twisted, shifted, cracked, broken, shifted, or missing any parts. My spring mounts are securely mounted. They're not broken or missing any parts. My airlines are securely mounted and sealed. There is no audible air leak. They are not spliced, taped. They're not cut.
Shafted.
They're not chafed, cut, cracked, spliced, taped, or worn. The brake lines to my tractor are securely mounted and they are not leaking or worn. My brakes are free of grease and debris because it's going to affect braking power. This tire is properly inflated and has been checked with a commercial tire gauge. It is within 4/32 of an inch. There are no cuts to the tread, no ply showing the sidewalls, there's no bumps, bruises, cuts, that. The rim is not bent, broken, or cracked. There are no welds. It is secured to the wedge wheel. There's no rust trails. It's secured to the wedge wheel. The valve stem is properly secured. It's not bent, broken, or leaking, and a cap is properly affixed. My lug nuts are tight. There's no rust trails or shiny spots. They're all present. The studs are not broken, and all of them are present. Then you roll over here. Your battery is in here. So the battery box is securely mounted. The connections are secure, tight. There's no excessive corrosion. The batteries are securely mounted. The battery box and cover are securely mounted. My DEF and my fuel tank are properly mounted. The caps are tight. There are no leaks from either the tank or the lines. And then roll back to your cranking airlines. From my power unit to the trailer is properly seated, sealed, mounted, no damage or missing parts. My airlines are not crinkled, twisted, tangled, pinched, okay? Properly sealed. My electrical cord is properly mounted and there are no steel braids showing. Also, my airlines are up above the catwalk and not resting on the catwalk or the frame. My frame is not bent, broken, damaged. There are no broken welds. You can weld on these things, so there's no such thing. Some of them are welded on, all right? So you only know if it's a broken weld or if it's not a broken weld. You don't know if it's an illegal weld. So there are no broken welds to the frame or the cross members. My trailer is no damage, no holes in the sides or the cargo floor. That's it. You move to your fifth wheel. My fifth wheel apron is not bent, broken, damaged, cracked, or damaged. My fifth wheel apron is resting on the fifth wheel plate. The fifth wheel plate is properly lubricated. There's no excessive wear. The fifth wheel plate is properly secured to the fifth wheel platform. The locking jaw handle is secured and in the engaged position. This one has sliding tandems, so my sliding fifth wheel is secured and the pins are engaged. While you're right here, this tire is properly inflated. It is within 2/32 of an inch. It's not mismatched. Then you come back this way. You look under here real quick. My fifth wheel jaws are in the locked and engaged position. The visible part of the fifth wheel is not bent, broken, or damaged. Landing gear. My landing gear is fully raised. The handle is in the stowed position or secured. Stowed position. There is no damage to the landing gear, the frame. There are no damage, missing parts to either the landing gear frame, or the pads. That's it. My reflective tape is properly mounted, is properly affixed to the truck. My clearance lights are proper color, not broken or missing. If you roll back here, my airlines aren't dragging on the ground. My tandem slide, the pins are engaged and the handle is in the locked position. Roll from the back, same thing. My reflective tape is properly affixed to the rear of the trailer. My lights are proper color, not cracked, broken, or missing.
That's it.
That's it.
That's free tennis.